Hi there, it's Bendy Cat from Bendy Pixie Flexibility, and I want to talk today about how we use the lift of our ribs when we're doing puppy pose and when we are doing moose pose, or by other names I'm sure, pose against the wall, and how to use our shoulders properly so that we don't inhibit them, piss off the nerves, and have numbness and issues. So, the first thing to talk about is just the shoulders. So, when we're going into a moose pose, by the way, for reference, this is the moose pose. When we do this pose, there's a few things that people do wrong that we want to avoid. First of all, we want to make sure we extend out of our shoulders. So if you were to take your arms a little higher than your shoulders, and you're to pull them all the way back in, and then push your chest down, all sorts of uncomfortable things start to happen up here, and you're not going to get very deep. Instead, we want to push out of the shoulders, and this will give us more length to go deeper. Okay? So then with our rib cage, we want to elongate. So when we go here, first we push the shoulders out. Then we want to think about trying to draw our belly button away to pull us down. And then we can shift forward. So we're really thinking about drawing back to elongate. When our arms are overhead in any position, we want this elongation as well. Not just here, but the lift from under the ribs. I'll show you that again from the front. Not just here, but instead lifting from underneath the ribs. Okay? Now, if we're in a handstand or some sort of position where we're pushing, our arms will be lifted and shoulders to ears to get extra leverage. In overhead motions, where we're not pressing into the ground and we're, say, arching back, we don't really want that extra push. It tends to put pressure against the neck and limit mobility. Instead, we lift up from under the ribs, but we don't push the shoulders up. We keep them neutral to allow us the back bend. What that looks like from the side. If we keep them down and we back bend, versus if we lift and we bend. All right, lastly, in puppy pose. This position, your hands are in front of you on the floor. You stick your bum out, knees shoulder width apart, and you press the chest to the ground. Same thing in this position. We don't want to push into the shoulders before we go down. We want to elongate and pull back before we curl in. Next, if we want to advance our puppy pose, try doing it without your chin on the ground. That's all for us today. I hope this was helpful. Have a good day.